Hello, I'm Jack, and today I'll be teaching you how to create digital fire using Adobe Photoshop. Let's get started. First thing you need to do is open Photoshop. So whether it's saved up here in your folders or down here in your dock, just open it up. And then you're going to need to do File, New, or you can hit Command N if you like shortcut keys. And you have to title your project last name dash and then whatever you're doing. And in this case, we're making a fire, so it's fitting that we do fire. You can change these settings if you know what you're doing, but it doesn't really matter. So when you're done, you just click OK. Now we need to make this bigger so it's easier for us to edit. And now the next thing we need to do is edit the layer, because this little lock right here, this means that we cannot edit anything because the layer is locked. So the way you do this is go to Layer, Duplicate Layer. You can name it, but you don't have to. And now this one doesn't have a lock, and we can edit it. Now we're going to paint the background black so it makes the fire look even better. The tool you're going to use is this one. It's the paintbrush. It also can look like this or this, but you want it to look like this. And if it does look like something else, you hold down Control and then you click, and then you can toggle through these three options. But we do want the first one, which is the brush tool. Now to change the color of your brush, you click here, and then you can drag this little thing to whatever color you want, and then you click OK. I already have mine set to black. If you have a really small brush, you go up here, and then you can change. This is how big the brush is, and this is how thin or thick it is. Alright, so now paint your whole background black. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is make a big dot in the center of the page. Now, as I showed you earlier, you can choose a color, and whatever fire color you want, you have to choose those colors. So I'm going to do red, orange, and yellow. And now, see how this red one is below the black? It won't show up. So we have to click this little arrow, and now the red will show up on top of the black. I'm going to make my brush size a little smaller because I don't want that big of a dot on my paper. Alright, now that's my red dot. And then you can continue adding colors into the circle as I'm showing you, until all the colors that you want have been added. I'm going to add some yellow, and I also would like to add some orange. So, give me a second. Okay, now whenever you are ready, you can continue to the next step. Okay, the next step is you have to start smudging it to give it the real feel of fire. So to do this, you use the smudge tool. It could also look like this, or it could look like this, but we want it to be the smudge tool. Now, don't make your brush size too big because it's really hard for the computer to do this, and if it's too big, it'll give you that spinning pinwheel, and we don't want that. So just click and drag, and you can start getting that feel of the fire. And you can play around with different brush sizes and how that affects stuff. See, if you have a bigger brush size, it took a little longer there. If you have a really small one, you can do some pretty fine details. And now I'm going to speed up my process to show you guys what the finished product should look like. You can do whatever you want, but this is just one way. Now, you can play around with all these different tools, and there's so much you can do with Photoshop, and this is just one of the things. That's all I'm going to tell you guys today. Thanks for watching.